right, this is Liberty stock number 50870, Bridgeport Series 1, 2 horsepower, serial number BR281231, equipped with an Acu-Rite MP2 MillPWR, 2-axis servo-driven CNC controller, has the Sony glass scale for quill feed, but doesn't have power quill feed.
Yeah, actually it's Acu-Rite.
Acu-Rite, thank you.
Acu-Rite, yep.
Thank you for correcting me. Okay.
So there it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Want to walk around a little bit? Yeah, it shows condition. Yeah, we can move. Yeah, the oilers are up. It's working pretty. In fact, yeah, chrome ways looks like. Can't go much farther than that anyhow.
Yeah, it really is beautiful condition.
Yeah, it's in nice shape. Yeah, I won't bother with the vertical. I had it up and down. That all looks good. The spritzers on the side over there look kind of like where you're at. I don't have those. That's the only thing I didn't hook up with the spray system. Backside, as you work your way back there, yeah, is the rear of the control. The disconnect, we're on. Plug-ins, again, this plug-in was for that. This is the control plug-in down here. I've got my 110 temped in just to bring up the console. And the 3-phase down low is just for the motor, which is 220 volts, 3-phase. That's my temp down here. This is my airline temped in over here for the tool change. I did that.
Power drawbar, yeah.
Power drawbar, yeah. We can pop that out real fast. And of course, whatever cowlets, I didn't notice whatever they got up here. And loop system down low there.
Excellent.
Sure. And as long as you're up here, I can do the tool thing once right now and just pull the air line off there. I won't trip over it. In, out. Got a 3/4 inch drill bit in here. I'm sorry, end mill. And out. It happens fast, so I have to. Am I all the way up? Let me see. All the way up, locked? Yeah, let's try that again. See if I got air pressure on it. I think I do. I forgot where I left off here. Yeah, it comes out quick, so watch. There's
do it
that.
again.
Yeah, I just don't want to go. Gotta be real quick. Now we'll run it back up in there. We'll leave it in just for the sake of the video. A little more. I lowered the air pressure to like 50 or 60 so I don't kill it. That looks good, and as long as we're here, we can jump right into the spindle, I guess, right? Spindle and feed and what have you. So you should take care of your ring tone there. Unlock this. We got Z-axis working. It's just strictly for feedback for the operator, as you can see. We'll power feed it, in fact, right now with the quill, but there's our Z-axis. I'm not using it for any programming or anything right now. It's just, but there it is. As far as powering up, what are we in, low? We'll leave it in low right now. Just kind of bring it up. I forget rotation-wise how I've got it. That's going to be clockwise. And we can bring it up a little bit on this scale, of course, or down. We're low already. 90, 80. That's really down there. Dial it up. 120. You see, okay, I can get in the other side.
I'm good.
Yeah, there we go. Moving along. Pull up high and low range. Let me dial it down a bit. Let's cross over now. Real quick, we can go reverse, just for the sake, that was clockwise, we'll go counter. There she is. Brake, and get over in the high. And we're in mid-range, we'll just fire it right. Again, I forgot what rotation-wise is. Yeah, that's clockwise, there we go. Just move it along pretty good. 2200, 3000, top end. It's full out. Sounds nice. Yeah, there we go. Back to 2, 18. 16, we've been there already on the low range, so I'm not going to bother. Leave it at 14, we'll bring the feed in, which is here, I think. There we go. Here's my stopper right here. We'll get close, bring it in, and we're going the wrong way. I don't know how these things happen. Oh, because of the rotation of the spindle. There we go. What do we got? There's feed down. Let it kick out on its own. Make sure we don't hit the vise, hopefully. Very good. And you got the 3 ranges on the side, of course, for that. That's medium. They're slow. Where's that medium? There we go. And same thing. Just a different speed range. And let it kick out one more time. It all works. And if you notice though too, it's clocking the Z2, on the feed. You see that already. So that's done. We'll get rid of that, get rid of this, and we go into the fun stuff, which is the control itself.
Where do you want me to stand?
Oh, yeah, let me see. I'll just get over there. I'm just going to pop the airline off real quick, and so I don't trip over it back here. Lay that on the floor. I've got just a simple down and dirty program. Let's just manual first. Right here, I can kind of get out of the way a little bit. Manually speaking, move table. Move table, arrow keys work for the table, just to show servo.
Jeez,
oh, sorry.
Rod.
Did I take your knee off there? I left the
something else off.
I left the I left the handles out so you could see action. But you're not supposed to lean on the machine.
I wasn't, but I almost got.
There we go. There's that. There's why.
Almost got whacked by the handle.
Yeah, I left them out so you can see. There we go. Sounds really nice. That's not bad. That's rapiding along here. So that's really all that is. I don't know a lot about the control. I've got a whole 45 minutes exposure to this thing, so I know enough to put a few numbers in rectangle, a few numbers in circle, and we'll run them right now for what it's worth. There's incremental, of course. It's all pretty basic. If I go into rectangle, arrow keys, how do we get out of this? Move that, rectangle, and I got frame, I think. I just threw some numbers in there. All absolute, -2, -2, 1 inch on size, depth, 0.750, looks like a 3/4 inch mill, so that's what I threw in there. 10 inches per minute, it's real slow, just makes a little box, kind of a half-assed program. If I hit start right now, which is the green button right here, it will go find itself in rapid movement and then do my little rectangle. So here we go. Right now it says current tool is 7.75. If you're okay, press go. We're okay. I'm going to go. And then it says rapid move. So raise the quill out of the way for safety and press go again for rapid positioning. And there she goes. And now it says Z-axis set to through. And we hit go one more time for make our box. At 100% feed, which is here, I can lower that down on the fly. There's 60%, 55%. See me? 60, 65. So they're moving real slow, real easy. It's a small box. We'll let it finish off and do one more box. And then we'll flip over to my other circle. That's nice and easy. There we go. And same thing, we'll do it one more time. Let's hit, rectangle, frame, and go. Just go. And go, and go, and it's going. And I'm going to move it up. You can see there's 100% right there on the for your. There's my big programming move right there. How about it, huh?
You did a nice job.
Try not to get coffee stains on this machine. There we go. And the other one I've got is circle. So circle, I did ring. It just sounded like a cool thing to do. And I've got again, I'm using absolute. I got some big circle going on here, -6. Depth is 3 inches, but that's ZX. It doesn't matter in my overall scheme of things right here. Radius of 3 inches on the outside, 1 inch on the inside. I pick direction clockwise, and it does a counterclockwise finish cut here. Same tool, 0.750 at 50 inches per minute. So this is ripping right along here. And I'll leave the other one at 100%. So same thing, we hit go. And same thing, watch for your tool. Current tool is 3/4 inch. rapid move. Watch, I should get my coffee off there. I don't know if it'll spill it. Here we go. I'm gonna hit go again. And there she goes to position. You should really be, yeah.
We'll do it twice.
Well, they won't do that again because
Okay.
I'll have to jog
okay.
it over.
All
That's
right,
okay. I
okay.
should, that's okay. Z-axis set to 0. This is, you know, this is what they want to see. So that's kind of doing a big circle movement here. It goes around a couple times. I really don't know what I've got number-wise, what I've got plugged in, but just to show some kind of movement here. There might even be a way to bring it up on video up here, what you know, the pattern looks like. I'm afraid to do that because this is ugly, whatever it is. It's doing all kinds of...
Etch-a-sketch.
Yeah, that's what, exactly. It's like an etch-a-sketch machine at this point. Yeah, it kind of comes around. It works, though. It finishes up, and this might be close to the end, right about here, I think. There it is. Want to see that again?
Yeah,
From the rapid?
excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can go back into move table. I'm just going to take it out of position so that when I do hit go on that circle, you can kind of see the rapid movement of the positioning. So I'm going to put it down over here, move this way over here. I'm just moving the table here. You can't see it on the camera, but
Right.
I'm flying along. Numbers, it's always better to kind of watch
Okay,
them.
want me to go down low now?
Yeah, you should watch the table, yeah, because the numbers are just, you can't see anything there. So I'm way over here, and all I'm going to do is bring the circle program back up again as soon as I cancel out of manual movement. So I'm going to hit circle, and I'm going to hit ring again, like we did before, and now we're ready to go. So I'm going to hit go, and it'll rapid move now to its position. And now it's asking me to set the Z-axis and everything above, and we're going to hit go again. We're going to do that same circle one more time. And I'm at 100, maybe 20%. There, I raised up my feed rate. Moving right along. And that is the gist of it right there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good running tool. It really is. Yeah. All you got to do is